Hi, friends. My name is Bhavya Mangla, and I'm again back in my fifth episode. You must be knowing that it's a series going on with the Toastmasters, and the objective is to understand their journey with respect to Toastmasters, to understand what is happening in their life, what they have done so far, and how Toastmasters is benefiting them. The key objective of this series, the unfiltered communication, is that I'm going to talk to the common people, understand that what good they are doing in their life, and how it is making a difference to the people around them. Today, I have a very interesting guest. His name is Sanjeev Gupta. He's a veteran from the telecom sector, and after working for close to 25 years, he decided to challenge himself to see some other possibilities, to learn something new. And in that process, he joined Toastmasters. And after that, he has become a life coach also. And now he's helping the people to understand the challenges what they are facing in their career and what they can do to make it better, or maybe the transition to make it better. So let me call on Mike, my today's guest, Sanjeev Gupta. Hi Sanjeev, how are you doing?
I am doing great.
Wonderful. I need more energy from you, Sanjeev.
Okay. I am doing great, Bhavya, and good afternoon to all the audience who is listening to us.
So Sanjeev, I could see your t-shirt, something is written ICF. What is
Yeah.
this ICF?
So ICF stands for International Coaching Federation. So it's a
Yeah.
international body that recognizes and certifies the coaching profession. So coaching
Mhm.
profession, as many people understand, it's not exactly what we see in day-to-day life, like coaching for tuitions or football coaching. So coaching is more related to how to coach a person. When we say
Mhm.
how to coach a person, it's coaching their personality, their intellect. It's about making them self-capable, and
Mhm.
it's about having a partnership with the person to whom you are coaching. Partnership at a mental level, partnership at an intellectual level,
Okay.
uh, to make the person more aware about himself and enable him to take his self decisions, making him more self capable. So it's offering that kind of a partnership or that relationship where we focus on the individual, not his problems or not his issues, but just
Mhm.
focus on the individual so that he is capable enough to tackle every kind of a problem that we can face in life. It's about
Often
that.
I have seen that people are using two words. Sometimes people are using the word coaching, sometimes people are using the word mentoring. If there's any
Mhm.
difference between the two, or both are same and people have, it's a sort of a synonym. How it is? Miss? What do you
Not
think?
exactly a synonym. It's There is a slight difference. So as I said, coaching is more about the individual having a thinking partnership with the client or your coachee. Mentoring is slightly different. Mentoring is in the form of, like, if you are a, it can be in any field. So mentoring is
Mhm.
about guiding the other people in a certain aspect or a certain field. So we have mentoring even within coaching. Like, as a, I can have a mentor coach to myself who will help
Okay.
me doing my coaching better. Or you can have a, like, we have a mentor in Toastmasters. So a mentor in a Toastmasters will help you ace public speaking or various roles that we take in Toastmasters. So it will help in a specific aspect. Like, mentor is like a subject matter expert who guides a person in a specific field. But
Mhm.
when I
Mhm.
say coach, coach is generally generic. We do have certain areas, like, for example, I specialize in career coaching and leadership coaching.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
there's a specific area, but then I don't guide the person or the coachee that what to do, how to do. What
Mhm. Mhm.
and how is something that comes out of the coaching discussion we have with the person. But mentoring, sometimes we give them guidance or we give them suggestions. But guiding, guidance and suggestions is not part of a coaching discussion. So that's the main difference.
So you said that you are doing two kind of things, career coaching and leadership coaching. Does it make any difference that what is career coaching and what is leadership coaching?
Yeah, again, there are very subtle differences in each and every aspect. When I say career coaching, so career coaching is more related to how a person finds a suitable career for himself, or like if he wants to transition into a different career, let's say he's working, let's say in finance, wants to transition to something else, so it's related to that, or even to let's say have a career progression, so it can be related to anyone or any stage of one's professional life. But when I say talk of leadership
Mhm.
coaching is especially in your professional life. Let's say you have taken a leadership role for the first time, like you have been
Mhm.
into, let's say, individual role, or as an individual contributor, you are working in any organization, and then you are transitioning into a team leader, or a now you have a team working for you, so then
Mhm.
you take
Mhm.
the leadership role. And then beyond that also, if you are growing into leadership roles within the organization, so there also sometimes you face the leadership challenges, or how to tackle teams, or how to manage so many stakeholders. You have internal stakeholders, outside stakeholders, external stakeholders, vendors. So there is so many aspects which are specific to having a leadership position and growing in that.
Mhm.
So that's the subtle difference.
Generally, when a professional reaches around the age of 40, at times
Mm.
there's a word called midlife crisis or something like that.
Yes,
So,
yes.
you also discuss or talk something with respect to that, with respect to career and leadership?
Yes, that is in fact one of the key aspects of career transition, or when we say career coaching. Because
Mm-hmm.
see, once career starts right from the start, when he's, let's say, passed out of college and joins his first job and goes on till his or her retirement.
Yeah.
So in this whole career span, there are multiple challenges a person faces. So the
Mm-hmm.
midlife crisis is a typical issue that many people face. Like they have spent 15, 20 years in their career. Now they are finding, okay, whatever I am doing, it's not interesting. I'm not getting what I want to get it. It's sort of
Mm-hmm.
boring, and or they have been doing that job because of certain requirements, because you have financial liabilities to complete, you have relationships, you have to take care of your family,
Mm-hmm.
education, everything. So you had to do that job, there was no escape. But then
Mm-hmm.
after a certain time you realize, okay, whatever I am doing, is it right? Can I do something better?
Mm-hmm.
Or you may feel stuck in your that whatever you are doing in that position in the organization, you may feel stuck, you want to move out of that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to, maybe you are trying to do something different, and then
Yeah.
you feel maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Then you maybe start analyzing. So you think, shall I move to something different? So at
Mm-hmm.
that is a sort of a transition stage when people are often confused. And as a career coach, I do help people in that.
So, if I talk with respect to you, with respect to that midlife crisis or transition, you worked in IT sector for many many years, and
Yeah.
then you decided to switch your career to this, and somewhere in between there's a Toastmaster.
Yes,
So, would
yes.
you like to share something with respect to your journey in Toastmaster and how it has helped you in your present career or whatever you're doing at this moment?
Yeah, sure. So as you said, I had been part of IT and telecom industry. I worked for multinationals like Bharti and
Mhm.
Ericsson. And after almost 25, 26 years of my corporate career, I was also sort of feeling, I won't call it a midlife crisis, but I was getting a feeling of stuck. Like there was no further, you can say, growth I could see.
Mhm.
Uh, like within the country, if I wanted, because I wanted to remain within my country.
Yeah.
And then I also felt that probably I have achieved a level which is good enough, and now I wanted to move out or explore something different. So it was at that stage I thought of leaving the job and exploring some different avenues. So I did try multiple things, but career mentoring and going into this kind of counseling or coaching roles was something that I thought would be the right thing for me, because
Mhm.
here I could leverage all my experience, corporate experience, my leadership experience. Plus, as a person, like I had been father of two children which who have grown up.
Mhm.
So, and there was one more thing attribute I'll like to state. Like when you
Yeah.
want to make such a transition, your
Yeah.
financial independence is of great importance. So unless you have that financial importance and your finances are well taken care of, it's difficult to make such a move. But in my case, I'm fortunate enough, and I think uh, means for again the credit goes to my corporate career. I had a
Mhm.
good corporate career, so I had enough. You can say financial kitty or the corpus. I could take such a decision. So because I always advise that financial independence is a key thing when you go for such a change. Now coming to Toastmasters, like I
Mhm.
had always been dealing with machines. As I said, I was into telecom sector, so all
Yeah.
my life, what we talked about was operations, KPIs, outages, managing networks. So it was a transition from managing machines to managing or understanding human beings.
Yeah.
So there, I think Toastmasters helped me a lot because when I came to Toastmasters, we had to talk of different topics in our speeches. We had to manage, say, our club, and there was this aspect of voluntary leadership that comes in. In a corporate
Mhm.
life, you have a team, you have
Mhm.
authority over them. If you command them, they will have to do because there is a fear of appraisal. There is so many other fears. But at Toastmasters, apart from public speaking, which I always tell people, it's a place to really understand and practice leadership. Leadership which
Mhm.
is voluntary. Nobody is paying you for being taking the club roles at whether
Yeah.
it's at club level or whether it's at district level. You don't get paid. In fact, you have to spend something out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a kind of voluntary leadership that you learn, and voluntary leadership is something I call it's a real leadership because if you are able to lead people, manage people without any formal authority, so there is nothing better than that. Managing people with a formal line of authority, I'll say, is very simple.
Mhm.
People are afraid of you because of your position or your line of authority. But here in
Yeah.
Toastmasters, nobody is afraid of you. Means you have to get the work done or get certain, let's say, targets done. Like for example, in clubs we have our DCP goals, we have other goals, we have educational goals. We have to motivate people achieve that, and that is
Yeah.
all without any formal line of authority. So that's where your true leadership comes into picture.
But if we talk about yourself, what is your experience with Toastmaster with respect to leadership? As you're talking a lot about leadership, any
Mhm.
personal experience you'd like to share, which can be useful for all of us?
So as I said, at Toastmaster, it was my first, you can say, realization about voluntary leadership. See, there's a famous
Mm.
thing that goes in the corporate circle: difference between manager and a leader.
Yeah.
So I think for me that was the first practical example or the practical understanding of that difference. So when I came to
Mm.
Toastmasters, initially, of course, I started taking speeches and other things I completed. Then I also migrated to taking leadership roles at the
Mhm.
club level and then at the district level. So that understanding of that difference, how you can be a actual leader or how you can be a voluntary leader, that happened at Toastmasters, and that experience in itself is wonderful because when you have to work with people, uh, taking everyone with you,
Mhm.
making sure that everyone is aligned to you, aligned to your ideas, or making sure your ideas are understood by everyone within the club or in your area or district. So that itself, I'll say, was a great experience in leadership journey, and that experience also helps me in my coaching when I am coaching leaders, making them trying to make them understand what the real leadership is about.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that journey or those experiences are helping me in my coaching practice as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, as you're talking with respect to Toastmaster and more with respect to leadership, so anyone who is willing to join Toastmaster or thinking about joining Toastmaster,
Mhm.
what do you think a person can see while deciding to whether the person should join Toastmaster or not?
Yeah. I have a favorite line that I always tell to the new Toastmasters or potential Toastmasters when they come to the club. I tell them that Toastmasters is a platform where you can practice. Means there is no other platform which will give you audience as well, which will also give you somebody to clap for you even if you are doing mistakes,
Mhm,
which will also give you an evaluation or a feedback which is so critical to you. So
mhm,
it's I always tell them it's a practice platform where you can come and practice not only your public speaking skills but also your leadership skills. Even if something goes wrong, nobody is going to thrash you or blame you. If it
mhm,
happens
mhm.
in your professional life, corporate life, you make one mistake and you might be thrown out of the organization.
Yeah, yeah,
But at
yeah.
Toastmasters, you come, you practice, you deliver your speeches, get feedback, get audience who will clap for you. uh, they will even give you tell you, okay, what is it that you could have improved or what was the good points. And similar thing in the leadership roles, if you are taking club leadership roles, you practice your leadership roles at different in different formats.
Mhm,
And I think there is a great I'll say synergy or a parallel you can drive between taking leadership roles in any organization in the business or at Toastmasters. As a club president, you are the CEO of the club. As
yeah.
a PR or a membership, you know how to market your club, and same thing you happens at the organizations. As a
Mhm,
VP education, you know how to run the club operations.
mhm,
And
mhm,
similarly, you become a treasurer or a secretary. So all the aspects that you might have to do at in any organization, you are doing at a club level. And with this, you are learning everything, learning daily, learning day in and day out, practicing leadership. So I call Toastmasters as a great platform for practicing, which probably no other formal education or a college can teach you how to practice.
mhm, mhm,
So
mhm, mhm.
it's a great practice platform, I say.
Recently, you also attended one of the. There are different seminars or different programs that happen in Toastmaster. Recently, you
Yes.
were in Kolkata to attend Exuberance. So,
Yeah.
what was the key takeaway for you for that, which you would like to share with everyone, which can be useful for us also?
I think exuberance, and I think we are having oration as well for District 41 going on. So
Yeah.
I think key thing that I liked about such seminars or such conferences is like we are having contest. So contest is a great part, is a, one of the key aspect of the Toastmasters. Like we do
Mhm.
public speaking, we do our speeches, and then we also have the contest where we compete against each other.
Yeah.
So that competing against each other brings out the best in you. And for me personally, it was my first time to witness the contest at district level at Exuberance, and the level of public speeches like ISC or table topics or the evaluations. It's really I think very great. So that
Mhm.
one that you don't normally witness at the club or the area level, because the all the best of the best from different levels come and compete at the Exuberance or at the district level. And of course then it there's a next level to it that goes to the semi-finals or the quarter-finals and to the international contest. So
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course that I have not witnessed myself in person live. But
Mhm.
then the level of this contest you get to witness is really something that triggers, okay, this could be the level you can achieve.
Mhm.
So that gives you a sense of motivation. And then beyond that, of course, it's a great networking event when you where you interact with a lot of other Toastmasters, get to know their ideas, get to know what they are doing, what they are doing in their professional life, in their different clubs, what is the best or the key things that other people are doing in their
Yeah.
clubs. So it's a great networking event as well.
You talked a very important word, networking.
Hmm.
Do you think Toastmaster is a good platform for networking? And if it is yes, then how it can help an individual, say for example me or you or anyone who is a Toastmaster?
Okay. So Toastmaster means, see, if you are just limiting yourself to the club level, then the networking is of course very limited. So you see the
Okay.
same people. But if you
Mm-hmm.
extend yourself beyond the club level, visit different clubs, go
Mm-hmm.
to area levels, or go to such events that get organized in Toastmasters, you get to witness or meet so many different people. And these different people are from different walks in life. So we have in Toastmasters, we have people almost from every profession. We have chartered accountants, we have lawyers, we have engineers, we have entrepreneurs, all sorts of people you meet. And when you
Mm-hmm.
meet different sorts of people, you understand different ideas, you understand what they are doing in their lives. So that gives you so many different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be very candid, I have got some of my coaching clients from Toastmasters itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
when people
Mm-hmm.
come to know, okay, you are doing this, they sometimes approach you, and
Mm-hmm.
that helps spread the word. Okay, you can go to Sanjeev if you have any issue of related to career or leadership. You can talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps you sort of to market yourself as well. And I'm a firm believer that rather than only social media, if you are interacting one on one with different people,
Yeah.
that's a much more you can say personal or much more better way uh,
Mm-hmm.
to tell people about yourself.
Very true. Very true. I fully agree with you. So, as you're talking a little bit with respect to Toastmaster and you're linking with your experience as a coach, so in case you want to share something that how being a coach is being helped from Toastmaster, would you like to share some incidents that how it is helping you to become a better coach, a career coach, or a leadership coach?
Mhm. So, as I said, Toastmasters is a great practice platform as well as a networking platform.
Yeah.
So when you talk to different people, you also understand about different challenges. So
Mm-hmm.
different
Mm-hmm.
challenges can be directly what you have faced or what you have experienced, or it can also be with respect to the experiences of other people. Like different
Okay.
people are, let's say for example, somebody is taking a VP membership role. Now he is having difficulty talking to
What is,
members.
okay, can you also tell what is VP membership so that people can also understand?
Okay, yes, yes, yes. So, like as I said, at the club level, people take different leadership roles. So, VP membership is somebody who is
Vice
responsible for
President
getting
membership. Yeah.
vice president membership. He is responsible for getting more members to his or her club. Now,
Okay.
in order to do that, you have to speak to different members, different guests. People would be new; they may not be understanding about Toastmasters. You have to explain them what Toastmasters is about, what is the value Toastmaster brings to in your life. So, while explaining all
Mm-hmm.
that, you may face various challenges. Just how to speak to a stranger, or how to explain the value of Toastmasters to that person so that he is ready to pay. So these are the different challenges people will face, and
Mm-hmm.
when they face these challenges, so they also come up. They have to come up with certain ideas or certain solutions. Okay, what I am going to explain to this person. Now he may ask me certain questions. What is it that I am going to answer? So
Mm-hmm.
all
Mm-hmm.
these challenges, now whether you are doing that role yourself or somebody else is doing that role, and he's coming to you for some solution, they pose certain life what I'll say certain practical challenges in life in
Mm-hmm.
doing those roles. And when you have to try to find answers to those challenges or those solutions,
Yeah.
you have to uh, sort of apply your mind. Okay, and that gives you some practical examples or some practical thoughts
Mm-hmm.
about how you can do it.
Okay.
So that's how you learn about it and do it. So I think it's all about having practical experiences in Toastmasters.
Mm-hmm. 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 Apart from being a Toastmaster and a veteran IT professional and a coach, you are also an angel investor. Can you tell a little bit
Yeah.
about that and what you're doing in that?
Okay. As I said, I'm doing multiple things. So I was exploring various options after I quit my corporate job.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the aspect that I was exploring was about investments.
Okay.
So I'm an active investor in stock markets, and then this angel investing is something I started exploring. Uh,
Okay.
so because it's beneficial in multiple ways.
Mm-hmm.
You explore that particular startup or a business, understand about that. So it also gives you a different, gives you an idea of what people are doing in that space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then when you are analyzing that startup or that business, that also sort of tickles your business senses.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
Mm-hmm.
find that interesting, of course you invest in that. And but at the same time you also get associated with that startup, and in trying to understand that business,
Mm-hmm.
you work with that startup, you get an understanding of different business aspects or new things that are happening in the market. So it's sort of a very interactive thing that happens
Okay.
along with the pure investment. And in that process you meet various interesting people, understand various interesting or innovative businesses. That's something I find very interesting.
Sometime back, you also used a very interesting word, financial freedom.
Yeah.
If it has anything to do with angel investing or maybe to do with stock market or what all you are doing at the moment, what does it mean? What is the
So,
meaning of financial freedom?
yeah, when I said that word financial freedom, it was more when I was transitioning from my corporate life to a freelancer, or when I
Mm-hmm.
was exploring. So I
Yeah.
use a financial freedom term, especially like when you are taking such a step. Like let's say I had a well settled job, getting a fixed good amount of salary every month. But when you have to migrate to a career which is of a freelancer, or where you are exploring new aspects in life, or new businesses, or let's say new professions.
Yeah.
But if you are not financially free, like if you are still have to take care of your day-to-day financial responsibilities,
Mm-hmm.
running your house, or running the education for your managing the education of your kids. If you're still in that mind frame that first I have to take care of that and only then I can go to the next step, then
Mm-hmm.
it would be a very difficult decision. Now let me,
Okay.
to be very frank, the situation I was in, there were many other colleagues who wanted to sort of break free, but
Mm-hmm.
many were not able to break free because they had to take care of their day-to-day financial operational issues. So
Mm-hmm.
they say
Mm-hmm.
continuing with the job is a necessity for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you attain a financial freedom where you don't like, financial freedom for me is that where you don't have to worry about your day-to-day expenses. So you have that buffer of, let's say, 1 year, 2 year, where you, without worrying about day-to-day expenses, you can explore something, and then you can build up a new career or a new business or a profession uh,
Mm-hmm.
without worrying about your day-to-day expenses. Then that's a, I'll say, luxury, or that's a financial freedom I talk about.
So, in the end, if I talk about freedom, which you have used many times in the last 5 minutes, so if you want to give one tip each, one tip with respect to freedom from fear of public speaking, and one tip with respect to that, how coaching can help to get some freedom from something. Tell something about that in
Okay.
brief.
Let me first touch upon the Toastmasters.
Yeah.
Now, if you have to remove that fear of public speaking, I
Yeah.
think first thing I'll advise is join Toastmasters.
Okay.
So Toastmasters is something which, apart from a practice platform, you interact with people, and when you have to speak something daily on the stage for, no, if not even a speech, you have to come on stage, do the various roles like role of a grammarian or a counter, where you have to evaluate somebody else, how
Mm-hmm.
they are, he or she is speaking. So slowly and slowly, it will take out that fear when you
Yeah.
have to come on stage and speak something. Even if it is you have to come on stage for a 1 minute, even that would be a great progress every week.
Okay.
Now, second thing you spoke about in general the freedom from any kind of a fear or anything. So which I also sort of talk about in my coaching sessions.
Yeah.
So that you can come that you will that you can remove when once you start. I'll say analyzing yourself, doing your self analysis, understanding who of you, what do you
Mhm.
stand for, what is your identity. When you start answering or analyzing these questions, you will
Mhm.
realize that as a person,
Yeah.
your identity, what is your identity in the whole universe. So why you are having those unnecessary fears that what will happen if I say this, or what will happen if I do that. So
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
start to
Mhm.
feel all those issues sort of irrelevant. Your fears start becoming irrelevant. So when you start seeing yourself in the bigger perspective of the things, so those steps about self-analysis and self-understanding, trying
Yeah.
to trying to understand your identity. When you dwell into those questions, those fears, which are unknown fears, they start going away, and that's where you can have the right, you can say, frame of mind where instead of worrying about the whole world, you start focusing on what you can do best and going ahead on that path.
Mhm. 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 Wonderful. Wonderful, Sanjeev. I think it has been a very enlightening session for me, and I'm sure all those people who are listening it live and people are going to listen it later also, because you touched upon many interesting topics, talking about your career change, the transition, the challenges that you faced during that time, then your journey in Toastmasters, how networking can help, and what are the benefits of Toastmasters, and what all you are doing with respect to coaching, with respect to the leadership and the career model. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I hope this discussion has been useful to all the listeners and our audience.
Yeah. So I'll be back again next week with another interesting topic, another interesting participant guest with respect to the Toastmasters. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, Bhavya.
Thank you. Bye bye.